Hey guys, welcome to Blazing Guitars, where we talk about worship gear, music, guitar, and everything in between. My name is Blaze Nelson, and today I wanted to take a look at the Avanson AM-25. I think now this is called the AM-25A. So they sent this to me about a month and a half ago to get my review on it. So here is my review and my initial thoughts on this microphone. So first and foremost, this is a USB mic meant to plug into your computer. So you would plug in using this USB-C, and then it comes out to a normal USB. So you plug this straight into your computer. There's no drivers or anything that is required to get this to go. So it's a plug and play thing. As far as the build quality goes, this so the little black matte stuff here is kind of like a real tough rubbery plastic thing. It feels really solid. And then the microphone itself and the stand and the base are all metal. And so this is a very well built product. It feels sturdy. It feels like it's going to last a long time. You have volume controls or gain controls at the top, and then a mute button right here. And then the USB is on the bottom, and you have an option to monitor it as well using the headphones. So this is a sturdy little mic. There's a couple of gripes that I would have with this. One is that this mic does not work with any other boom stands or any other stands in general, like if you wanted to add a shock mount. So if you buy this, you are just buying this microphone, and it's meant to be a desktop sitting microphone. Now, they do have an Avanson AM-25B, which does come with a boom stand, and so there are other options out there, but this one that they're selling is just a desktop stand. So in terms of like usability when you're actually using it, one thing I realized is that there's no LED lights on this thing at all. And so there's no indicator lights if it's plugged in. There's no indication if it's muted or not. So if you are going to buy this, which I do think this is a good buy for like beginner guys, or if you're just like on a really tight budget and you want to get a microphone, this is actually a really, really solid mic. But you would have to make sure that as you're using it, that it's really unmuted and it's plugged in and you're using it. So there's just it adds just a little bit of extra stuff because there's no USB or no LED indicators on it at all. So just be aware of that if you're buying it and are planning on using it a lot. You just really want to make sure that you're paying attention to detail and making sure that everything's on and going before you push play. And other than that, I don't have any complaints with this. It's actually really solidly built. As I said, it's all metal. It feels really good. It came with a little wind filter, a little pop filter, and it doesn't completely cover the mic when it's on, and that just bugs my OCD a little bit. But in general, this is a great mic. So what I did was, normally I use an older USB, an older Yeti Blue microphone. And so what I did was I recorded this earlier this morning. I recorded a couple guitar tracks with these microphones. And so I wanted to play that for you. And I know that the normal use case for these microphones would not be guitar, it would be voice. But I figured with guitar, I could show you kind of the dynamic range a lot easier and get a lot louder and a lot quieter, and you could hear how these mics handle that. And so I wanted to just sit down and show you what that sounded like. So we're going to listen to two different clips. The first one is going to be the Avanson, and the second one is going to be the Yeti. And normally I would record the music through a loop and then mic the amplifier. But I feel like with the way that I use USB mics, it's always live, and it's always in this context of like talking and then playing the guitar. So I just wanted to leave it exactly in the use case that I would normally use them and just show you what that sounds like. So they were both placed about the same way, about 1.5 feet, 2 feet away from the guitar. And as I said, we're going to do the Avanson first and then the Yeti. So let's jump into that. Okay, so one thing that I noticed is that the Yeti sounds a little bit fuller to me. I'm no audiophile and I'm no sound engineer, so take my thoughts with a grain of salt. And you heard it yourself. Um, but to me, the Yeti just sounds a little bit fuller. I think it retained the bass a little bit better. And the Avanson still sounded really, really good though. So I did take one take where I realized that it was clipping a little bit, and I went back and looked at the Yeti video because I shot that one first and realized that I was a little bit closer to the microphone. So there is a level that you have to just make sure that when you're using this, you're not clipping it out. You're not clipping it out or anything like that. But in general, as I said at the top, I'm really, really impressed with this thing. I think it retained the sound well. It took the dynamics well. And I don't know if I've mentioned this already, but it's only $56.99. So it's almost half the price of a Yeti, especially the newer versions. And I feel like the loss of quality that you get from the Avanson is actually pretty decent. Like you don't lose a ton for half the price of a microphone. So if you're just getting into this or on a really, really tight budget, or you're just looking for a mic, this might even be just a mic that I travel with just to have on hand. This is an excellent kind of entry level microphone or an excellent travel mic. So if that sounds right for you, then I would definitely buy this. And I think it held up really, really nicely. So I'm going to have links to this in the description below. They're going to be affiliate links, so it's going to be the same price to you, but I get a little bit of a kickback, which just helps support the channel. And as always, don't forget to click like and subscribe. If you would like to jump into my Discord channel, we have a couple guys there that are just we're trying to build a community of worship leaders and tech people that just are really engaged in encouraging each other and building into each other. So if that sounds interesting, feel free to jump in there. That's going to be linked in the description below. And if you would like to support me on Patreon, that's also linked in the description below. But if you want to support without spending any money, then a great way to do that is liking and subscribing. So with that, thank you so much for watching. I hope you have a great rest of your day, and we will see you soon.